So I got a bit of an oddball repair project today as I'm going to be fixing the notch in this drawer. So here's the story. This desk is 30 years old. It's made out of mahogany, some kind of mahogany. My brother made it for a wedding present for my wife and I. So we've had it for 30 years. And a long time ago, and I'm embarrassed to admit how long ago, this drawer got dropped and it got broken. And this little piece got lost. And we've just put up with it for far too long. And I was looking at it this week going, I need to fix that. And I've never known what to do because I don't have mahogany. I never see mahogany. I don't have any. And regardless, I certainly don't have any that's 30 years old, except in the desk. And I was looking at the desk going, I wonder if I could cut a little piece out of the back. And well, the desk is against the wall. It doesn't really have a back, but the sides of the desk, like for instance in the footwell, I could go way into the back and maybe cut a notch out, but that would still bug me. But then I hit on another idea. This desk also has these two pull-out panels on either side of the drawers that you pull out and you can put some papers and whatnot. And I thought, I'm gonna take a little notch out of the back of one of these panels. It's the same wood, it's got the same age. I sorted the two of them out, and I picked the one that's got the closest color to it, and so let's give it a go. It's a little over a 1/4 inch wide, and it's a little over a 1/4 inch deep, and it's about 3/16 thick here. Now first I'm going to get the front off, so there we go. Now this is interesting. This is a very decorative hardware and it's held on with nuts. So let's see. What are we looking at here? Yep, okay. Okay. Let's just put the hardware back in the drawer and put that aside. Here's the situation. It's not a clean break, and to fit in a piece of wood, I want a nice clean line. But I'm also concerned that if I glue in some little piece of wood, it's just going to fall. So I brought out the router table, and I have a little bit, and my idea is I'm going to run the router, and I'm going to go back about this far, but only this deep, so that it will go behind this, and I will have a place to glue into from behind. That's my idea. Now I've got the little bit in the router table, I've got the fence set up, and this bit is smaller than the opening. I'm going to try to be very cautious. In fact, I'm going to lower the router bit right now a little bit. We're just going to try to, maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to slide it over, and I've got a pencil mark right there on my fence, so I'm going to take it that far, just a little bit, and then we will come back and raise the bit and try again. Here we go. That seems to be working. Each time I'm raising it just a bit. That turned out really good. Now I just need to move the fence that way a little bit so that I can clean up the other side. So it is pretty much 3/8 exactly, so I just need to cut a little bit out of this board. And it's rounded on the edges here, so I think I don't know, might have to cut in a little bit. Just a little piece that needs to get fitted in there. And again. And let's here you can see the fresh cut wood, and there's the old wood, and that's what I want to try to get. Here's the back. The back doesn't quite look so good. I want to try to get this darkness to get as close a match as I can to the drawer. I could try splitting it with a chisel. I could try cutting it really carefully on the bandsaw. I think I'm going to try sanding it down. And we've almost got it. A little bit more, and I think I need to do that by hand. So I did sand it to take off the finish here where it will be glued in underneath. That part will go in there like that. That's probably the best match I'm going to get. So I think I'm going to glue it. I think I'm going to glue it like this, and then I'm going to cut it off afterwards. All right, a little bit of glue in here. Now the sharp-eyed viewer, you might see, here's the crack from all those years ago when the injury happened, and that has been solidly closed for all these years, and I just have been living with that notch, and no more notch. There we go. Okay, I think I'm just going to use there a little bit of clamp, and then we will leave it for till it's dry, and then we will finish that off. So here we are the next day, and it is looking good. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my flush cut saw, and I'm going to take it off. It's flush, so there's the teeth, there's no set on this side, so this side is smooth, so it should not scratch the piece. There, and then I think I'm going to do the same for this. Quick enough. Oh, I think I need another clamp. So my flush cut saw let me down. It was scratching a bit, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape. And let's try again. On the one hand, it's the back of the drawer, so it's not going to be visible. There we go. Now let's just finesse this a bit with the chisel. There we go. Don't think I even need to sand that. And here is our patch job, and I know it is not a perfect match for the color, but remember this tray board, whatever you want to call it, this part of the wood sits inside the desk, whereas this has been outside the desk exposed to UV, so I'm not really surprised it's darker. However, you can especially see it here on the back. It's got a perfect grain match, and so with time, I will expect this to blend in and become more invisible, much like this crack is pretty much invisible for all these years. Now for finish, I know this is not something conventional, but all these years ago my brother used lemon oil, and he said, yeah, just keep adding some lemon oil. So I've got this ancient bottle, which is basically a kind of furniture polish type thing, and we're just going to, it's got a little squirt top, we're just going to put some on a rag. And we're just going to rub it into the wood. Interesting, the back darkens up very quickly. This is one of these things where you just, you know, rub it in, let it soak, rub it in, let it soak, and it soaks into the wood, and there you go. Again, not something I'm normally going to use, but that's what he used, so it's original to the piece. Let's just do the whole thing for a minute, and then it'll just soak in, and then I will buff it out. And there is the broken side, and there's the unbroken side. Visible? Sure. Better? Oh yeah. Okay guys, that's about it for this one. Just a quick furniture repair. Hope you found something interesting. Maybe you got some ideas out of it. That'd be great. So we'll see you on the next one.